Welcome to Part of My Imagination. I'm Imagination and you're the Imaginers. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Adalyn and welcome back if this is your second or third or however many times you played on my channel. Welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a long overdue book haul. This haul is majority books that I got in September and a few in October. I have not really purchased any books in October, but I got one book that I had pre-ordered months and months ago, and I had 2 arcs sent to me. And so most of this stuff is from September. I just didn't haul it. Okay, the first book that I actually won in a Goodreads giveaway is To Anna Reeve Do, and this is a reformatory. I don't know why it's not. But yeah, this book I actually won in a Goodreads giveaway. And they did send me the arc. It comes out on the 31st. I actually have started reading it, as you can tell. So this book is fiction, but it is loose. It is based off of a true person, true story. This is following the author's, I want to say great uncle, or something like that. I just know that they're an uncle in the family, but I want to say it's their great uncle. But this is about the author's great uncle who was sent to a segregated reform school after some things happen. So it's very much like if you've read The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, then you're kind of you might enjoy this as well. This does have a spin of the supernatural as far as the main character can see ghosts. And so that is what this story is dealing with. I can't wait to read it. I have already had some moments already, and I haven't even gotten that far in this book. But yeah, I won this in a Goodreads giveaway. Alright, another book that was kind of sent to me by Penguin Teen. If you didn't know, I'm a Penguin Teen influencer. Sometimes they send me arcs, sometimes they send me physical copies. But yes, they sent me Black Girl, You Are Atlas, and this is by Renee Watson and Ikua Holmes. This is obviously an arc. It's not the finished copy. But the inside cover is absolutely so beautiful. And I cannot wait to pick this up. This does not come out until next year, February. So I have a little bit of time. But this is poems. So this is a thoughtful celebration of Black girlhood by New York Times bestselling author and poet Renee Watson. So I'm here for it. Alright, the next book that I pre-ordered months and months ago is Lore of the Winds, and this is by Anna Lee Sabrina. I think I'm saying that right. This cover. Okay, so this is the Satisfaction book subscription. Okay, so they have a subscription box, but this was one of the books that you could purchase. This is the book only. And so you actually can't get this book unless you get it from Satisfaction. You will not be able to pick this book up because prior to the author having the exclusive done, I think it was an indie published, or maybe it was self-published, and then she actually got traditionally picked up, or excuse me, they, because I don't know their pronouns, but they got traditionally picked up. I've been following them on Instagram for so long, and I finally picked this up. It even came with some artwork, which is beautiful. The inside of the book is beautiful. The outside of the book is beautiful. Anyways, that book, I should probably tell you, I already said the Lore of the Wilds. And it says, a library with a deadly enchantment, a fey lord who wants in, and a human woman willing to risk it all for a taste of power. But this is dealing with the land of fey, and we're all here for it in this cover. Look at that man with the dreads, okay? I'm here for it. The rest of these books are books that I got in September. So let's just dive right into it. The first book that I picked up was The Burning Light by Grant Weeks. This is the final volume in the Lightbringer series, I believe. I picked this up because it was $1. It's hardcover. I picked it up because it was $1. This is, again, the last book. The first book is The Black Prism. I've heard great things about this series. And I've been wanting to pick up Brent Weeks. I have another book by Brent Weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and start collecting this as well, so I can go ahead and get these other series. The next book that I picked up also at the dollar store was Latitudes of Longing, and this is by Shubhangi Swarp. I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But this cover, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a debut novel about love and longing by a major new literary talent from India. One, I picked it up because representation, Indian author, as from like India and not Native American. Well, I never say Indian anyways when I'm talking about Native American or indigenous. Connections of stories through people, and y'all know I'm here for it. I'm always here for a good story about people coming together. But I'm going to read it. A spellbinding work of literature, Latitude of Longing, follows the interconnected lives of characters searching for true intimacy. The novel sweeps across India from an island to a valley, a city, and a snow desert to tell a love story of epic proportions. We follow a scientist who studies trees and a clairvoyant who speaks to them. A geologist working to end feudal wars over a glacier. Octogenarian lovers? I hope that's right. A mother struggling to free her revolutionary son. A yeti who seeks human companionship. A turtle who transforms first into a boat and then a woman. And the ghost of an evaporated ocean as restless as the continents. Binding them all together is a vision of life as vast as the universe itself. I am here for it. I'm here for it. And again, it was only $1. The next book that I picked up was Foxglove by Adalyn Grace. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. As you guys probably have seen already, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I do have it's the Barnes & Noble Belladonna exclusive edition. I have read All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace, and I loved it so much. And I've heard nothing but great things about Belladonna. Princess really liked Belladonna, so I know I'm going to enjoy Belladonna, but I'm actually supposed to be reading it this month in October. We won't talk about my reading. But this is Belladonna. I don't know what this is about. I just know for as long as Signa Farrow has been alive, the people in her life have fallen like stars. I think this has to do something with death, I remember. That's really all I know about it. I don't really know much else about Belladonna, but I'm here for it anyways. Which is also crazy because Adrian Young just came out with a book that I did get an arc for. And it's out now, but it's The Unmaking of June Farrow. And I was like, I was like, wasn't that the same one? I kept getting confused. One, because Adalyn Grace, I always get Adalyn Grace and Adrian Young confused already. And then they have characters with the same last name, which also confused me. So, yeah. Foxglove. Alright, the next couple books that I picked up at Second and Charles because they were running a deal. I know you're gonna say like, yo, didn't you say you hate Second and Charles? I do, but it's the only used bookstore here in my city, so that's where I go. But yes, this is Furia, excuse me. This is by Yamal Said Mendez, and this is about a girl, I believe, who is playing soccer in Argentina. Yeah. She's trying to be a soccer player, but something about her parents or something like that. I'm just going to read the back. Diego wrapped an arm around her waist. La Fiera met her equal in El Tition. The Lent goddess inside me pulled at her bindings until she snapped them. Together we held on to this boy who'd come to wreck my world. But yeah, I just know that her family, like, has different expectations of the things that she wants, and all she wants to do is play football. Alright, the next one that I picked up is The Ivory Key. This is by Akshaya Ramon. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong again. Again, if y'all didn't know, I be coming up. Okay, I be coming up at Second Charles because somebody in my city has owl crate. Okay, and they be giving away their owl crate. They be selling their owl crate, and I come to pick them up. And I don't think that my Second Charles knows that these are exclusive because this book is signed, and they be charging an arm and a leg for signed books. And let me tell you what, I got this book for like $4, and it's signed by the author. This is also the Owl Crate exclusive. I don't know what this is about. I just know that it's about 4 siblings, a country in ruins, one quest to save them all. I believe something about the sisters or the sibling. I don't know if it's all sisters, but they all have to come together to save their country from people that are trying to come in and take their shit. That's basically all I know. Alright, another book that I finally picked up is Promise Boys by Nick Brooks. Yeah, this is murder wasn't part of the promise. That's all I know. It's about young boys at a prep school, I believe. We are extraordinary because we work hard. We are our brother's keepers. We are responsible for our futures. We are the future we promise. So I believe that this is like a murder mystery. I believe. I'm not too sure. But I had to pick it up because y'all know how much I love black boys on the cover. Black men on the cover. Anything that got black boys, men, because we need more covers with them on it. Okay? Alright, the next book I have is The Lost Dreamer. This is by Lizz Huerta. This cover. I have had my eyes on this book for freaking ever. Okay? And this is following a girl who has she has basically a power for, it's called the Dreamers. And she comes from a long line of seers. And the only part that I want to read is, it's a stunning fantasy inspired by ancient Mesoamerica. This gripping debut introduced us to a lineage of seers defiantly resisting the shift. I always can never say this. Patriarchal. I can never say the word. State that would see them destroyed. Y'all know I can't read. Y'all know I can't read. Y'all know I can't sound out words. Like, what is that? But yeah, I picked this book up. I'm excited to get to it. And y'all already know that I love me some indigenous books by indigenous people. The author is Mexican, I believe. Mexican-American. So, I'm here for it. Okay, another indigenous book that I could not wait to pick up. They finally had it. And it's called, I never know how to say this. Elatsoe. I think I'm saying that right. This is by Darcie Little Badger. This was in the Shaded Choice Awards back in 2021. It's when we did Shaded Choice Awards. And this was one of the books that was in there. And ever since then, have been wanting to pick it up. But I just haven't. It's about a girl who has, like, powers because she can raise ghosts from the dead or something like that. That's really all I know. But I know that it's going to be playing a lot into the indigenous culture. As well as, this is a speculative fiction. So, yeah. I don't know. I just know that it's indigenous and that's why I picked it up. Alright, the next book that I picked up is Vampires of El Norte. This is by Isabel. She's the author of The Hacienda. I really enjoyed The Hacienda. This one I just know has to do with vampires and vaqueros face off on the Texas-Mexico border in this supernatural western. I'm here for it. And actually, speaking of westerns, so when my boyfriend and I went to go visit his mom down in, what was it? It's like Georgia, Alabama. And we went to go visit his mom and his uncle and stuff like that and his grandpa. So his grandpa, when we went to go visit his grandpa was watching westerns. And I just got so fixated. And now whenever westerns come on, I'm like, babe, let's watch a western. So I'm actually here for this, okay? Alright, the next book I have is I Feed? Oh my god. Okay, the next book I have is I Feed Her to the Beast and the Beast is Me, and this is by Jamison. Shea? Excuse me. This cover is everything that I need. Again, I'm also supposed to be reading this month. It said, soon I'll be named, no one would forget, a raging fire that I couldn't escape. I know this is dealing with a ballerina who basically is at a disadvantage or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm supposed to be reading this month. I'll let you know in my wrap up what it's about. Okay, then I picked up The Bone Season. This is the 10th anniversary special edition. This is by Samantha and Shannon. Welcome to the Scion, no safer place. The year is 2059. For 2 centuries, the Republican of Scion has led an oppressive campaign against unnaturalness in Europe. In London, Paige Mahoney holds a high rank in the criminal underworld. The right hand of the ruthless right binder, Paige is a dreamwalker, a rare and formidable kind of... This is the second time I've seen that word and I still don't know how to say it. Clairvoyant. Clairvoyant? Clairvoyant. I think that's the word. I'm gonna ask my boyfriend. He knows. He be knowing. Baby! How do you say this word? This is the second time it's been in a book that I didn't know how to say it. I had no clue. Thank you. Okay, so he confirmed, he said I was saying it right. It's clairvoyant. And it means to, like, be able to see into the future or something. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I can tell you. Under Scion law, she commits treason simply by breathing. When Paige is arrested for murder, she meets the mysterious founders of Scion who have designed in her uncommon abilities. If she is to survive and escape, Paige must use her every skill at her disposal and put her trust in someone who ought to be her enemy. The next one I picked up is One Blood, and this is by Denene, Millner. This cover, look at it. It's hair, but there's also faces in the hair. This is so gorgeous. Oh my god. But yeah, this is following a girl who was raised by her grandmother in the South, and then she ends up her grandmother ends up passing, so she has to go live with her aunt up north, and she's not used to the fast-paced, bustling, and so she connects with a gentleman who she feels like he's the only one that can understand her, and then she ends up getting pregnant, and some crazy things end up happening. I don't really want to read much, but this is one of those stories that I just know that I'm going to love. I say that my faves are like fantasy and sci-fi, but I would be lying if I said I do not also love general fiction, and because I love me some speculative fiction as well as general fiction that just tells me a good family story. I am here for family stories. If you didn't know, now you know. Alright, the last book that I have, because the other ones are mangas, is The Phoenix King, and this is by Aparna Verma. I have seen this author all over my Instagram. I follow them, and I could not wait to pick this up. This is also another Indian-inspired, action-packed debut of fire magic and ancient prophecy, in which the fate of kingdoms rests in the hands of a apprentice desperate for power and an assassin with a dark secret. Alright, the first book that I picked up, or manga that I picked up, is Dinosaur Sanctuary, Volume 1. This is by Itaru Kinoshita. And it's so cute. Okay, so dinosaurs are alive. In 1946, a remote island was discovered where dinosaurs never went extinct. Through breeding and genetic manipulation, dinosaur populations increased, and dinomania reached a fever pitch worldwide until a certain terrible incident occurred. Afterward, dinosaur reserves like Enoshima Dinoland fell on hard times. Enter Suma Suzumi, a kind-hearted rookie dino keeper. Can she be the one to save Dinoland from extinction? Dinosaurs are in season right now, okay? Next, I picked up, what is this called? Dead Demons Dedede Destruction, Volume number 1. This is by Inayo Asano. This is following a world where aliens have invaded, and people are kind of just, like, living their life the best they can during an alien invasion. And there is a girl and her best friend who track all of the aliens' movements on social media, but they're also trying to get into college. I just seen the cover. I thought it was cute. I thought the name was cute. And it's an alien invasion, so I'm here for it. The next two that I picked up is Assassination Classroom, Volume 8 and 9. This is by Yushi Matsui. Again, I've been reading this. I am getting close to finishing the ones that I do have. And so I picked up the next two. And this is following an alien who invades the Earth, basically, but invades, Japan. And he says that he's going to destroy the Earth in 1 year But in order to not destroy the Earth, he is going to be a teacher of this one specific classroom, and this classroom is supposed to be like delinquents or the ones that just aren't cutting it so much in school, meaning they don't have the best grades, or they're just not the overall best. Society sees these students as lowlifes, and not just the school, but society themselves. Like, if they know that these students are in this class E, they just treat them like crap. And they're not bad kids. I mean, there are a few delinquents in the class, but these kids aren't really bad. They just kind of are either just have different learning types, and they're just kind of slow learners, and it takes them a while to learn, or they just have things that they got going on, and they just aren't strong in every subject or things like that. But yes, he is going to teach this classroom to assassinate him, and they're the only ones that can assassinate him. And if they don't do it by the end of the year, they're all gonna die. It's cute. I like it. Alright, and last but certainly not least, I have Kill Your Darling. This is comic book number 1. This is by Parker, Sheridan, Quinn, and Hill. I have already read this. It's actually, I think, the only thing I read in September. I think I read one other thing in September. We won't talk about it, okay? September was rough. But yeah, I read this. It was really cute. I really enjoyed it. This is following a girl who, she's in middle school, I believe. And her mom they basically are low income, and her mom is struggling. And so she is going to school, and she has this imaginary world that she lives in. And she shares it with her friend at school, but she comes home and she's got all her stuffed animals. And basically, something happens, and she accidentally sets her house on fire. But she was she fell asleep playing this game. It was just all imaginary, but is it really? I don't know. And the back just reads, "Good soldiers have fallen. It's a desperate hour." I don't know if you can actually see that. It's hard. There we go. I got the Illuminate subscription for September, and it's A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. Dark Academia, I believe. Can't really remember what it's about. I didn't actually know what this book is about. It wasn't on my radar. I just had Illuminate, and this was the book of the thing. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. But this is also one that I got. Okay, now that is all the books that I have. I don't really have much else. It wasn't that long of a video, but it's still pretty long. So, I'm gonna get out of here. That is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as all the books and videos I talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine I did come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.